And so, could I invite CCNZ, Jeremy Dixon, forward? Thank you. We've read all of the submissions and, well, all of the ones that we're hearing today. I haven't read all of the ones not wanting to be heard yet, but I will. So please just speak to your main points. You've got 10 minutes, so thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Mayor, Deputy Mayor and Councillors for hearing us. Forgive me for reading this, but I just want to get a few points across to follow on from our original submission. So I'm speaking on behalf of CCNZ. We are an industry body whose stated vision is to promote a healthy civil construction sector. Healthy is where skilled and qualified clients such as the Christchurch City Council, consultants and contractors produce outcomes that deliver value for money for all participants. We achieve this through investment in people, sound planning, encouraging fair and consistent procurement strategies, promoting a healthy competition and growth opportunities for those willing and able to take up the challenge. So as per our written submission, the future health of our industry is one of the main concerns that the draft LTP raises for us, specifically in regard to the proposed spend on infrastructure being either high, medium or low, as outlined in the plan. Our industry, which focuses largely on horizontal infrastructure as a large employer in the Canterbury region. Estimations from MBIE place it around 30,000 employed for horizontal infrastructure and over 70,000 for the wider construction industry in Canterbury. This represents a significant portion of the working market in Canterbury, and the majority of these are in the Christchurch city. The proposed spend for infrastructure in the LTP is a significant portion of the projected future spend in the region, especially for civil construction, so it really worries us. As per our submission, CCNZ strongly advocates for the high level spend, and I see you have had the medium level spend as your likely outcome. Not only in its interest to promote and grow a healthy civil infrastructure sector, as a spend in lower medium levels will have major impacts on an already tightening industry, but also in the interest of spending money now to save money in the long term on operational and maintenance costs for whole of life for these assets. Infrastructure is effectively the city's most important and highest value asset, and that is stated in your plan. A low and to a lesser extent a medium spend, combined with the reduced spend from central government via NZTA effectively, that is programmed for the Canterbury region would be catastrophic. Canterbury region for the near future would be catastrophic for the industry health, and it would be catastrophic for the people employed within it. This will mean there will be potentially significant negative economic impacts for the wider community. The council is faced with making decisions that will impact its people both now and for future generations. That's what you guys are tasked with. We, CCNZ, fully understand that there is a drive to keep rate increases to a minimum and spend money where it is most needed and where it will provide the best bang for buck, so to speak. We are also aware that it is not council's responsibility to keep the construction industry strong. However, it needs to be noted that many of the people employed in this industry, and there are many, are citizens of the city. Any decision by the council will have significant impacts on many families within the city. We can't ask you to spend high amounts of money, the high level, without trying to understand how we can save money. I mean, there's only so much in this pot. So regarding how to save costs for the ratepayers when there's only so much to go around, it's very, very hard to quantify or define. If the high spend is employed as the best option, it will cost more money up front. However, there will never be a cheaper time to construct than now, as the competition expertise following the earthquakes and the massive influx of people and skills into this region, the expertise exists within the city now to achieve the best bang for buck for the city. And that's what it's about. It's about achieving bang for buck for the dollars we've got now. Investment now will also significantly reduce lifetime operational costs and maintenance costs, as outlined in your report. I think we have to resist throwing good money after bad money on some of our assets. Also, the city will have infrastructure that will be consistent with what a major New Zealand city would expect as only base level. Currently, the mid and low level spend options do not return assets to even pre-earthquake levels, and I think that's unacceptable. This cannot be valued in dollar terms, but it must be significant. Increasing rates increasing debt or selling assets may be the only way to achieve the high level spend now. But longer term, the cost will not be any less to do the work in the future. At some point, the work does need to be done. It's just a case of when and how much is willing to be wasted on maintaining inferior assets over that time. The whole of life costs need to be seriously considered. Money should not be wasted on maintaining inferior assets ongoing. So that sums it up for us. Thank you for hearing our submission, and I'm open to any questions.
Yeah, no, thank you. That's it's a really good submission. I mean, I read it, and but you've made a really powerful point, which is that there is a cost to the medium option that perhaps isn't quite as transparent as it could be, in the sense that there are costs that come with that decision, and are you suggesting that we should look to some of our asset base and free up some capital from that in order to just get on and get it done in a faster time frame?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Are there any questions, Aaron?
So, just on your comment that it's never cheaper than now to build, as the people that have to sit around and make decisions on when things get built, shouldn't we build the necessities now and the nice to haves not, because we're in a building boom? Isn't that the wrong time to build? Shouldn't you build do your big infrastructure projects during a building slump, because it's cheaper to get everything?
I think we are in a competitive time now. I don't think we are in a boom as such. The industry's been trending down for the last 12 to 18 months. It's very competitive. There's a lot of people working in the city, and there's less and less work. As I said, NZTA spending less money, Christchurch City Council spending less money. There's less development happening than has been. So there's a natural rightening of the market, I suppose, but it is very competitive out there at the moment. And you spend your nice to haves. We're not asking for nice to haves. This is to get the city's level up to what's less than pre-earthquake levels. So these are, in our eyes, necessities, and we haven't asked for nice to haves. Let's just get it to the necessity level. So yeah, I agree. Nice to have should be parked for a while, potentially.
Yeah. I think that the public generally had an expectation that the cost sharing agreement on horizontal infrastructure would return us to pre-earthquake levels right across the board, and of course that hasn't been the case, and this LTP has really opened that up for public scrutiny in a way that hasn't been clear before. So Vicky.
When you said there were 30,000 people employed in horizontal infrastructure, was that in Canterbury?
Canterbury, so MBIE, I got those figures for MBIE, and it's slightly over 70,000. So I think it was trending to about 72,000 is what they have as in the Canterbury infrastructure, civil infrastructure market. That's vertical and horizontal. And
That would include all
that's
of
consultants, engineers,
but it's also Kaikoura, the state highway, the railway, all of that.
Canterbury.
Being,
So
being
I don't know them from Christchurch, but Christchurch is a massively significant part of that region. It's a lot of families, a lot of people. Yep.
Well, look, thank you very much for your submission. It's much appreciated.
Cheers.
Thank you.